Today is Friday, May the 3rd, and I'm going out for a dusk ride. Just a beautiful. And what I've got here is to catch a little bit of sunset. Going out with 2 cameras, strobes on. See that there's a beautiful sunset. Let's see how it looks on the golf course. Just had a 10-minute snafu was related to the amount of headgear I have on, which is goggles, headphones, hat, and hood. And I tried to take one off without disentangling it from the other, and I ended up having to disassemble the entire kit. Got some really nice shots of these trees that I'm going to open this series with, and you know, change is good. Silly guy, serious cycling. I hear the wind, and I have headphones, music on, so I don't know how much it's going to be heard on this particular clip of video. Here at Cranbury Acres is just beautiful. Here's something a cyclist has to be aware of. Local construction. I'm going to repave this road. And on one of my videos about 6 weeks ago, I commented on number of these cracks that I have to go over. And I'd actually counted them from 10 years ago on this road in a circle. And I had 54 cracks. And the designer of this project to replace this, I came through and labeled every one of these expansion joints with a number. So I kind of felt better about that. Jet going into Newark Airport. And the reason I felt better about that was because that's 29. 28. It's because every time I hit one of these things, I got to rise off the seat a little. Otherwise, things will hurt. I don't think I've been on the bike in 10 or 12 days, and I've commented frequently over the winter that my Huff and Puff films are those videos where I'm huffing and puffing due to the wind and the the winter. And the reality is, at 56, if you don't go out and ride 3 or 4 times a week, you do lose your wind capacity. I'm going up a slight hill. When I was super big into bicycling in the 70s and the 80s of the last century, I dealt with dirty curbs. And so society's really improved. Those curbs are kept clean. Back in the old days, the cyclists would be pushed to the side of the road by the cars. And over here, what today is a fairly clean curb, 30 years ago was broken glass because people would litter. DUI crackdown was encouraging people to toss their empties. Beautiful pink flowers there. And then there's the issue, bicyclists versus doggists. And the doggist people curbed their dog. They went over there and society allowed them to let their dog defecate in the curb because the rain would wash it on down. Never with the recognition that the bicyclist was there, or worse yet, there could be some kids playing. And back then kids did play in the street instead of on a soccer field. So, here it is, May the 3rd, and it's mid-April weather kind of, but I say dress for the date. And what that means is that the residual temperature of the earth, hello birdie, is what's really controlling the clothes I need. So even though it was cold when I started, I have on light gear. I have heated up in this ride right in time for the one little bitty hill. Bicyclist from the bike rack on the back. And alright, here's the first time ever on camera that I stopped a couple of pedal strokes short of a major cramp. And I had was feeling it all day at work. And there was a sale on for Gatorade, $1 a quart. And I was originally going to do that, but buy those. Work got hectic. I decided to get out of there for the afternoon. But work on my feet. I wear work boots because it's a concrete floor. And the result is I can feel in my inner thigh a cramp that it's now up to me to work that out. No stress, pedal, completely different set of gears. But good Lord, being ever providing like He does, I got me a liter of Gatorade. So I'm going to do a couple of things. I'm going to ride the bike. I'm going to videotape. I'm going to try to get my electrolytes back up by Gatorading. Hey! Put the Gatorade all down my sleeve. And it took me a lot of years to realize You have to drink the Gatorade while you're cycling, not after, not before. So this is this year's series. It's called Reality Biking, because now got to get it a little back. Right about now, I got Gatorade up my sleeve, and means I'm gonna be washing this coat when I get home. I think these are the coolest lights. It's like incandescent, designed as gas lamp, and here's one totally out. And where I used to live, in an unnamed town in North Jersey, there were 3 or 4 towns that had gas-lit lamps, and people paid a lot of money to live in those towns. And those towns had a crew, 5 or 6 people, whose job was to replace the wicks. The gas all comes from a pipeline in those towns up to each independent lamp. And so year round, except in the rain or the snow, you'd be driving through that pretty little town there on the first mountain, and you'd see a dude on a ladder or a dude carrying a short ladder with a sack of wicks. And since the gas came from the natural gas line, all they really had to do was to keep up with the wicks, and they did. Those towns to this day, there's 3 of them I know of, out of about 5 that there used to be, that still have gas lamps. And you pay a lot of money for that. You let in your taxes in those towns. And what happens is, it defines secure neighborhoods in that they don't need halogen quality bright lights for safety. They've got well-trained police force, good neighbors, and neighborhood watch. So it's okay for the streets to look like London. Back in the Jack the Ripper movie. And whereas in suburbia, you put up big lights, and I count on illumination and random police patrol to keep the neighborhood safe. But as I have found out, your neighborhood's only as safe as the depth of your knowledge about your neighbors. Hello. tree. I'm getting on more green. In fact, in reality, actually has on this golf course. It's fairly dark. But I'm going for at dusk. If it wasn't for my snafu with my headlights and my helmet, I've been out here 20 minutes earlier. That's a purdy tree. Yeah, that's the Cranbury Acres golf course. You can see there's construction work going on here. Tells me a lot in life. I listen to Prudence. Prudence says, once around was enough. Since I got that cramp, and I got to go to work tomorrow. So what happened is, when I get home, I will chow down on the rest of the Gatorade I got here. The liter I brought with me, now down to 2/3 of a liter. Silly guy, serious cycling. See if I can make a right-hand turn. I do left-hand all the time. The bike is going to turn the camera sideways so you can see him turning. On Batman film. Him and Robin used to climb up the boat. Silly guy, serious cycling. Light in the bush, you can't see it because of the camera, but here comes the train, here comes the light. Look at that cool. CSX 6129, and that train is not 20 feet from me. Maybe 30 feet. I'm on public land. There's the box cars that don't absolutely know how it's going to look. Right about now, he's going to honk that horn. Another train without a horn. Listen to that echo. One more. And then just one long one. And that's tonight's train.